Available rivers, perennial and a seasonal rivers, perennial rivers of a Himalayan region and a seasonal rivers of a peninsular India. They are playing as an important role in a growth of economies. In growth of economies, these development put pressure on our water resources besides other resources. Along with them came cultural advancement and urbanization. They further increased the use of water for changing lifestyles. Use of washing machines, dishwashers, washeries, bathtubs, etc. Quality of life improved. Quantity of water required increased, but its availability decreased. Quality of water also reduced because of water pollution. If used judiciously, quantity of water many prove to be the sufficient. Water pollution is caused by the men's activities, mostly like as a discharge of a chemical effluents directly in a river water. Directly discharge of chemical effluents, industrial waste in river channels led to the pollution, water pollution. It led to the water pollution. Directly discharge of industrial waste or chemical effluents, in a river channels led to the pollution, water pollution. It led to the water pollution. Clear? Second one is a discharge of urban and sanitary waste. Discharge of domestic waste in river channels led to the decreasing quality of water. It influencing the quality of water. Discharge of domestic waste through which the Yamuna, Ganga, such rivers they polluted because of a domestic waste directly discharged in river water. Third, religious ceremonies. Religious ceremonies are some of the extent they are also responsible for the river water pollution. River water pollution. The half-burned bodies, these are fall in a Ganga river, which has led to the pollution. Which has led to the pollution. Led to pollution. It led to the pollution. Oil spillage from the ships. Those ships which are used on a inland waterways through the rivers, when the ships they are navigating through the ships, oil spillage, leakage of oil from boats and the ships led to the river water pollution. River water pollution. River water pollution. River water pollution. Clear? Next one is a washermen's use the ghats for the cleaning of clothes. Washermen's used ghats for cleaning of clothes. Washermen's basically use the ghats for the cleaning of clothes. Next one is the use of water bodies. Use of water bodies as the navigation. Use of water bodies as the navigation. Use of water bodies as a navigation. So these reasons are basically responsible for the deteriorating the quality of water. The quality of water has a directly influence. Quantity, it has recharged through the hydrological cycle. Quantity has influenced by the hydrological cycle, but the quality has influenced by the human factors, human causes through which the human infiltration, the interference of humans in a water resource led to the water pollution, river water pollution. River water pollution. Clear? River water pollution. So this was as the water scarcity. Water scarcity. Till there any doubts? Till there any questions? Water scarcity, there causes the historical perspective, then as the reasons responsible for the decreasing quality of water. Quality of water. And next topic as the dams or multi-purpose river valley projects. Multi-purpose river valley projects. Multi-purpose river valley projects. At the time of independence or before of the independence, dams were basically constructed for a generation of electricity. Dams generally constructed for a generation of electricity and flood controls. But after the independence of our country, mostly such dams were set up in our country, which were basically aimed. These were targeted to the various number of objectives, not as a single objective, as a hydropower or the flood control. They were basically used for a variety of objectives, like as a flood control, fishing, navigation, etc. So different number of objectives were targeted to the dams. Such type of dams, these were known as the multi-purpose river valley projects. Dam means what? When we construct a barrier across the river. When we construct a barrier across the river is known as dam. That is known as dam. When we construct a barrier, obstacle across the river is known as dam. That is known as dam. Dams are generally classified into two categories. Two categories of dams are there. First, types of dams. Dams classified on the basis of material. The kind of a material which is basically used for a construction of a dam. So there are two kinds of dams are there. Obstacles or dams are there. First, timber dam. TIMBER. Timber dams. Second are the embankments. These are also known as the masonries. Timber dams and embankments. Timber dams and embankments. These are also known as masonries. MASONARY. So timber dams along the slopes of mountains, higher altitudinal areas, there are generally as wooden blocks are used to restrict the flow of water. They are generally used for the restriction of flow of water. Timber dams. Through bamboos in higher altitudinal areas, water has basically as reaching towards agricultural fields. Through bamboos, water has reaching towards agricultural fields, where the agriculture has basically practiced through the contour farming and the terrace farming. Second are the embankments. Embankments are when we restrict the flow of river water through stones by building the stones, by laying down the stones across the river is known as the embankments. These are known as the embankments. EMBANKMENTS, embankments. Clear? Embankments. These are on the basis of a material. Second, on the basis of a size. On the basis of size, large and small dams. Large dams are presently known as the multi-purpose river valley projects, like as a Bhakra Nangal Dam. Large and small sized dam. Small sized dams, these are basically constructed in a plains through which the canals are basically obtained. Canals basically as constructed, these are begin through the small dams. For example, when Satluj enters in Punjab through the Ropar district. So there are the bridges and the dams are constructed through which the canals these are obtained. Clear, Sejpreet Kaur? Through the canals basically there are two of the canals are obtained from the Satluj. One as the Indira Gandhi Canal, and second is the Sarhind Canal, Sirhind. This is as an example. Clear? Yes, Bhumi. It means timber dams means as when wooden blocks are used to restrict the flow of water in a higher altitudinal areas. In higher altitudinal areas, when the wooden blocks are generally used for a restriction of a flow of a water, are known as the timber dams. These are known as the timber dams. Clear? These are known as the timber dams. So there are the, on the basis of the size, there are the three types of the dams are the marked here: high, medium, or small. Large, medium, and small, which is appearing on your screens. Clear? Now let's move toward to the large dams, the multi-purpose river valley projects. With the construction of a dams, it directly control over floods. It directly control over floods. Chayank, raise your hand. Yes, Akhilesh. Which river is known as the sorrow of Bengal? Yes,
Damodar River.
Damodar River, very good. Who has given this answer?
Khushi, sir.
Khushi, okay, thank you. And which river is known as the sorrow of the Bihar? By the construction of a dams on these two rivers, now they are the beneficial for the both of the states, Bengal and Bihar. Which river is known as the sorrow of Bihar? Anshika? Yes, Vineet Roopkar.
Sir, Kosi River.
Very good. Kosi River. So Damodar River Valley project, when it constructed on a Damodar River, through the construction of this dam, the iron and steel industries, these were highly benefited in a parts of Orissa, Jharkhand, and West Bengal. In Orissa, Jharkhand, and West Bengal. In the other side, through the construction, the Damodar beneficial for the society and solve the problem of floods, same as a Kosi River. So on these two rivers which earlier as a disastrous for the both of the states, now become as a fruitful for both of these two states. Now let's begin with the multi-purpose river valley projects. Multi-purpose river valley projects. Multi-purpose river valley projects. Multi-purpose river valley projects are, these are large sophisticated structures which are basically used to target various objectives. Various objectives, like first, producing hydel power. Second, construction of reservoirs, recharging underground water, where the reservoirs are basically built for the collection of water. Through that water, the underground water level also recharging through the process of a percolation, seepage process. Third, fishing. breeding of fishes. Fourth, flood control. Fifth, extraction of canals for irrigation. Extraction of canals for agriculture. Sixth, recreation purposes. Dams are also used as the tourist sites. Recreation purposes. Seventh, navigation. Through this, the multi-purpose river valley projects are considered. These are beneficial for society. Yes, Sejpreet Kaur.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning.
Sir, second point, please repeat kar do.
First, it was the flood control. Second, as an extraction of canals for the agriculture. Check it which of the point has remaining. Third, as a navigation. Fourth, construction of a reservoirs recharging underground water. Fifth, generation of hydropower. Sixth is the fishing. Seventh is a recreation. Check it which of the remaining years. Clear? So for target such kind of the objectives, there were basically as a sum of the dams were constructed. For example, on a Satluj River, Bhakra Nangal Dam, it constructed. Hirakud Dam, Hirakud, Hirakud Dam on a Mahanadi River, Sardar Sarovar Dam on Narmada River, Nagarjuna Sagar on Godavari, Nagarjuna Sagar Dam on Godavari River, etc. So these are the important multi-purpose river valley projects. Constructed on a main of the rivers through which the different needs of a society completed. Clear? So these needs of a society complete. However, for its integrated approach towards all-round development of society, multi-purpose river valley projects are basically supported for the growth of agriculture, industries, growth of village and urban economies. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, it was proclaimed, dams are the temples of modern India. Jawaharlal Nehru proclaimed to the multi-purpose river valley projects as the temples of modern India. If the question has asked you in a like as this statement, who proclaimed that statement and justified? For this, you have to write about the benefits. What kind of benefits are caused due to the construction of a multi-purpose river valley projects? Clear? Multi-purpose river valley projects. It has appearing on your screen. Bhumika, yes or no? Bhumika, okay. So let's continue. With the benefits, there are a certain number of drawbacks are also there with such multi-purpose river valley projects. Recently, the construction of dams on rivers have been subjected to the criticism. It is mainly due to their increasing height. When the regular flow of river is obstructed by construction of dams, not only the river but the surrounding land also affected. Surrounding lands are also affected. For example, first, submergence of a surrounding land under area. A large area is submerged under the water when the reservoirs are constructed. Submergence of surrounding land underwater. Submergence of surrounding land underwater. Clear? Second, construction of a reservoirs led to the deforestation and loss of habitat for the wildlife species of animals. Construction of dams, it led to the large scale of deforestation or loss of habitat for the wildlife species of animals. Third, threat to floods. So all the dams, they are having as a certain level of a danger level. For example, Bhakra Nangal Dam having the 17,010 feet as their danger level. If the water level of a reservoir cross this level of a 17,000, then what will be happen? They will be as a threat to the destruction of a dam. If the dam will demolish, then what will be happen? It will be as a led to the floods in Punjab, Haryana, and parts of Pakistan also. This happened in our past in 1987. In 1987, when water go across of the 1680, then they started to release the water from the Bhakra Nangal, which led to the floods in Punjab in 1987. Floods in Punjab in 1987. Agar wo demolish ho jata under such circumstances, it may be as a threat of a flood in a parts of Punjab, Haryana, Rajasthan, and Pakistan, because of a huge quantities of water which has accumulated in a reservoir constructed in a Bhakra Nangal. Clear? So at some of the extent, the dams are also threat to the society through the floods, through the releasing of water. Fourth, in dams where the reservoirs are constructed, the movement of the fishes are not possible. So the fish breeding affected. Construction of a reservoirs affected the breeding of aquatic life. Aquatic life directly affected in a reservoirs. Clear? Reservoirs. Next one is a hindrance in path of the migrating fishes. Next one is the displacement of our local communities. Displacement of local communities. When the reservoirs are constructed, canals are obtained, dams are constructed, under such circumstances, a large number of the people displaced from the areas. For example, there is a best example as a Tehri Dam. With the construction of a Tehri Dam in Uttarakhand, TEHRI, Tehri Dam in Uttarakhand, which led to the displacement of a large number of tribals and villagers. These villagers are still struggling for the compensation and rehabilitation. Government not giving as a proper rehabilitation facilities for the to complete their needs from those areas where they now displaced. Clear? Displacement of our local communities as a fifth point. Displacement of local communities. Next one is a sedimentation of reservoirs and loss of silt in the main river channel. It results in poorer habitats for the riverine aquatic life. As we read earlier, basically the rivers are carrying the silt and sediments from a mountainous areas towards the plains and till the mouth of the river. To the deposition of a sediments, different types of the landforms are formed. For example, they are known as a bhabar in a foothill regions, in a marshy lands where the wetlands, these are known as the tarai. They are also known as a bhangar and the khadar at the different areas. So by the construction of a dams, sedimentation restricted. That sedimentation occur behind the walls of a dams. Which directly affected the aquatic life. Sedimentation restricted by the construction of a dam affected the aquatic life. It affected the aquatic life. Loss of productive agricultural land. Next one is the loss of productive agricultural land. loss of productive agricultural land. Why? Because where the reservoirs are basically constructed or either the canals are obtained, such land, it may be as a fertile land and which can complete the needs of agriculture. So it is basically affected by it. It is basically affected by it. So these are the some of the demerits of a multi-purpose river valley projects are marked here. Multi-purpose river valley projects, these are marked here. Aquatic life affected by the sedimentation. Clear? Is that clear? Difficult to migrate the fishes towards the other areas, and this one, sedimentation also led to the such problems. Clear? So these are a certain number of the demerits of a multi-purpose river valley projects. Multi-purpose river valley projects. When the dams are constructed on a river, these are led to the water disputes. Because that state which has constructed the dam on a river, it has utilized that water for their growth and development to complete the needs of irrigation in agriculture. So the local people lose their agricultural land and settlements, livelihoods, and access to the mineral resources. They are the worst sufferers. Compensations given by the government is inadequate, and people have to make the concerted efforts to rebuild life, in which the important water disputes are first Narmada Bachao Andolan. Narmada Bachao Andolan. BACHAO Andolan, in which the local inhabitants of Madhya Pradesh and Maharashtra, they are struggling for the procuring their water rights, right? Narmada river water procure for the irrigation, but with the construction of a Sardar Sarovar Dam on the Narmada river, it diverted the water towards the cotton textile industries of Gujarat and Maharashtra. Cotton textile industries of Gujarat and Maharashtra. Second one, Tehri Dam Andolan. Tehri, TEHRI, Tehri Dam Andolan. By the construction of a Tehri Dam, proper compensation not paid to the displaced population. They are struggling for the compensation from government. Compensation from government. Tehri Dam Andolan. They are struggling for the compensation from government. Clear? Compensation from government. Third water dispute is a Kaveri water dispute. Kaveri water